Hey guys, I'm Christy and this is my Crafty Country. If you are new here, welcome, and make sure you like and subscribe before you leave. And I really hope you enjoy this video. Today I got crazy when it came to snowmen. I'm trying to do themes for each of my videos, and I've done buffalo plaid. Yesterday I did Christmas trees. I'm going to do red trucks and reindeer and just all different themes that people really love for Christmas time. I even want to try to do like a rustic woodland type of thing, or maybe a farmhouse theme. So if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments below. But today it was all about snowmen. I did, I can't count, probably six or seven different snowmen. I hope today's video gives you a little bit of inspiration on how to maybe kick off your Christmas decorating, or if you've already started, if you have any ideas you'd like to share with me or things you have been wanting to see, just let me know in the comments below and I will try to get to it. Without further ado, let's get DIYing. For our first DIY, we're going to be using these Dollar Tree foam dice. I painted mine with the Waverly white chalk paint. You can also use spray paint. I did try both ways and I found that the Waverly chalk paint did cover better and the dry time was better, so I'm all about that. So for the top of the snowman, I used these top hat ornaments that you can get from Dollar Tree. These are also sold at Dollar General, but I chose the red plaid from Dollar Tree, and all I did was I cut the string off the top because it's not going to be hanging. You leave that on there if you're going to hang your snowman from your tree, but I just wanted mine to sit on my coffee bar. So all I did was I glued my dice together and, I stacked them and I rolled them, as you see right here, just to make sure I had them straight. So I did that before the glue cooled. That way, if I needed to adjust them, I could do that real quick. The reason I am choosing to sit my snowman on my coffee bar is I think these kind of look like marshmallows, and I just absolutely love the look of it. And it's kind of big for hanging on the tree, but if you have a big tree, I guess to each their own. So all I did was I used a black Sharpie and an orange Sharpie to draw the face. I just did 2 circles for the eyes, some circles for the mouth to look like pieces of coal, and then I used the orange Sharpie and drew my carrot nose. In the beginning, I tried to use buttons for the mouth, but they seemed to be too bulky, so I ended up just drawing the mouth on and the eyes, and I put 3 buttons down the front for the shirt, and I just hot glued those on. Now I think with my snowman, I'm actually going to go back and add some arms to him. So all I need to do for that, you could just use sticks if you wanted to, but I am going to probably use like brown pipe cleaners and bend them the way I want them, and then the wire part will stab into the side of the foam dice. I do have to apologize for my head being in the way. I know you can still see here, but if you are new to my channel, you should probably know that I don't see well, so I do have to get close to my projects on occasion. So if I get in the way, please be forgiving, and I will try to show you exactly what I did and how I did it. And here is where I had tried to draw the face on, and that was just a total flop. So I am going to actually go back over that with the white paint, take the buttons off, and then paint over that. And then there is my good side of my snowman. Now for the final step is to put his hat on. So I just kind of sized him up and decided how I wanted it to go, and then I put a bunch of hot glue on the top dies, and then just laid it on there because the bottom of the hat is flat, so it adheres very well. I also decided to add a scarf to my snowman, so I just got a piece of the fabric that you can get at Walmart or Dollar Tree, and they're smaller pieces, that way if you don't need a big piece for a big project, you could just get scrap size pieces and use them for whatever you need them for. So here I just cut like a 2-inch strip all the way down this piece of fabric, and then I will end up gluing it. I'll like fold it in half and glue it. That way you don't see the whiter side of the fabric. All you'll be able to see is this beautiful bright red plaid. Once I get my scarf tied on to my snowman, I will glue it in place. That way it doesn't shift around or come off. And then I will end up snipping at the ends, you'll see here in just a minute, to kind of fray it and make it look like a scarf, like the tassels on the end. So here is where I'm gluing it down to where it will not get away. For this DIY, I used one of the gnome ornament signs. I had an extra. I bought a couple when I saw them at the store, so I could kind of play around with them. So the first thing I did was remove the metal piece at the top, and then I used the matte white spray paint and painted the entire board so I can make it my snowman face. So here I am attaching the hat, that way I know where to paint the face. So I kind of maneuver that around where I want it, and then glue it on the back, and then do the same thing on the front, and then I am ready to paint. For the eyes and the mouth, I use the Waverly ink chalk paint, and I just use a normal little fine tip brush to make the dots for the mouth. And then for the eyes, I use one of the round sponges that you can get at Dollar Tree. And you see here, I kind of dab it off, that way I don't get too much on there. So I just put it on there and then spin it. And I accidentally got a little on the hat, but that's okay. It's just for me. So for the nose, I used some orange acrylic paint, and I don't know if I got that at Dollar Tree. It was just some I had on hand. So I just painted on my carrot nose. Then I used the Waverly white chalk paint and a smaller round sponge to do the whites of the eyes, because I did one of these before and my son said it freaked him out because I didn't have the white on there yet. So I had to make sure I get that. Then just to add a little bit extra, I used that same fine tip brush and pulled the hat back and gave him some little eyebrows, and that is all there is to this one. For this next DIY, I used the Jenga blocks that you can get at the Dollar Tree, which are the smaller ones, and I used the larger Jenga blocks, the normal size ones that I got at Dollar General. You can pick those up at Walmart or anywhere. But I did a large one and a small one, and I used that gel super glue that I just showed, and I did get that at Dollar Tree. And just glued all the blocks together like this, and then I painted them with the Waverly black chalk paint. Once the paint was dry, I took a piece of sandpaper to the edges of these to give them more of a rustic farmhouse look. And then I used, on the small one, I used ribbon I got from Dollar Tree and some holly leaves with a few little berries off of a piece of garland. I had to use the berries off of berry garland because the small hat was just so small. I needed smaller berries. But on the big hat, I used ribbon that I got from Dollar General, the candy stripe ribbon, and then I was just able to use a piece of a holly leaf stem that I picked up at Dollar Tree. I did find with working with the holly leaves, if they are trying to bend in ways you don't want them, you can just like peel that plastic, I don't know what you call it, the plastic piece off of the back to where the leaves will lay flat. For the hangers for these, all I did was use some of the berry garland and I looped it around in the back and hot glued it to where it would hang straight, and that is all you need to do for these cute little rustic farmhouse hats. There are a couple DIYs on here that you may see that I did not do in this video. The sleighs that you'll see on the Christmas tree and one of the snowmen that are on the bookshelf. If you're wanting to know how to make those, I will link the videos on how to make those in the description below. So just comment and let me know which one was your favorite and what you would like to see me do next. This DIY is pretty simple. I just had one of the Dollar Tree chargers and one of these cookie containers that you can pick up. I think I got this last year, but you don't actually see me do this one, but it's easy peasy. So you just use E6000 and hot glue and glue the container to the tray, paint it and decorate it however you choose. If you enjoyed these DIYs, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a video. And also let me know in the comments below, like I said, what you'd like to see me make next. Thanks for watching.